What's up, y'all? Big Smitty here from Big Smitty Riding, and I know you probably can't tell because the sun is shining, but we've got about an hour break in the rain. Now, normally on a rainy day, I do what I always do, which is sit around, drink beer, smoke cigars, and aggravate my wife. But today, instead of doing that, I'm going to do a review video. I'm going to give you a review on some gloves and some gadgets. There's some other stuff I want to review, seats and helmets and things, but I thought today would be a good day to review gloves and gadgets and give you something a little different. So we're going to jump right into that and give you a chance to look at some gear that you might not normally look at. Let's get to it. Anytime I go in the garage, I always take a look. This particular photo right here. This is one of my best friends in the entire world. His name was Joaquin Manuel Cruella. We called him Jack Cruella, Jackie Boy. He passed away in January 10th, 2017. So every time I kind of come in here, I look at this picture. The guy loved motorcycles. He was kind of person who loved life. Just a great guy. One of my best friends in the entire world. So when I come in the garage to dick around, do shit on bikes or anything motorcycle related, I always come by and take a look at Jack because man, he really was. He was one of my best friends, and he lived to ride motorcycles, I can tell you that. Just a good dude. So every time I come in here, I take a look at his picture and just miss him and wish he was here to do this kind of shit with. One of the first things I want to review is these Fast Mask gloves. This, of course, is the blue paisley gloves. I believe they're on their website for $35.99 or $39.99. I believe. I'll put in a shot of that to show you. But Fast Mask, when I say, first of all, the way they look, dude, great looking gloves. Of course, they match my bike, so kind of like a Power Ranger, I bought some gloves that would match my bike. Now, several things that I like about these gloves. Number one, you can see it. There's a tech finger on the inside of that index finger right there. That tech finger right there makes riding so much easier whenever you're stopped and you don't have to take your glove off. I don't know if you looked in the last video, but several times I was messing with my phone or I was stopped and trying to get the opportunity to do what I need to do. That tech finger is awesome. The other thing I like about them, on the knuckles right here, hard knuckles on the gloves to protect you from any kind of bugs or rocks hitting you. They fit pretty well. Like I said, I personally like these gloves. I haven't worn them as much because, man, I have another pair of gloves I'm going to show you in just a second. But this particular pair of gloves, man, they're soft. They have the hard knuckles. They really feel well. If they have padding in the bottom here, padding here, man, really fit the hand well. I like these gloves. Like I said, I don't think I've really worn them in any videos yet because I've been sticking with the old good deerskin gloves recently. But doing more stuff with my hands while I'm riding now, I think I'm going to go to these. Fast Mask, like I said, they came. I think I ordered them and 3 days later I had them. Great gloves. Good company to deal with me so far. Any glove you can get with a tech tip finger. Let's try saying that 3 times fast, dumbass. The tech tip finger, they're great. In fact, let me show you just how good it works. Let's prove this out. So here we are. Turn the phone on. Now, swipe up. So, like I said, that's why I really like the old tech tip feature. I think that's a good feature on these gloves. I think they offer what I would call moderate protection, but man, I think they're worth the 40 bucks you'll spend on them. We're gonna go with my old trusted faithful, and that's the deerskin glove. I have had these deerskin gloves for, I'm going to say, roughly 10 years. These things are great. Problem with them, as you've seen when I'm riding, you can't tuck a shirt into these because there's no Velcro. These just fit like a regular pair of work gloves. They don't have any kind of a Velcro. They don't have any kind of adjustment strap. They fit one way. Now, comfort-wise, these won't give you the dexterity of like a tech tip that you have on other gloves and things like that. I know there's a product on the market that you can put on these gloves and turn them into like a tech finger glove. I haven't done that yet. These gloves are great to me for year-round riding. I've used them in the winter, used them in the summer. Really, really enjoy these gloves. Like I said, really good gloves, easy to use. Now, I believe I paid around 30 bucks for these. So Leather Up has these gloves right now. I believe they're on sale for 26 bucks. I'll show a picture here shortly. This is my sort of year-round riding glove. Again, they're not hard shell. They're just good gloves that if you were to go down in them, I can't tell you that I know how they would do, but I know they're comfortable. I know they're good for riding, especially in the winter or in the Texas heat, because I'm still wearing them now when it feels like 105 degrees, and they've been a good pair of gloves for me. Now, as far as gadgets go, I used to use this on my bike as my to carry my phone in. So, not a bad case. This is a case from, it's an Akron case. Okay. Now, the problem I had with my phone was my phone got too hot in here. On my other bike, I use this phone because it has that universal ball mount, kind of like a RAM mount, which was awesome because on this particular mount, when you mounted, of course, you have the 2 bolts mounted into your handlebars. Sits in. Pop it in, tighten it on. Then you have your adjustability. The problem was my phone got too hot in this case, and I would get that little deal on the alarm on your phone that says phone overheating or phone too hot. I would try riding by leaving the very top of the case unzipped, which didn't allow for a lot of air, and it made me nervous because my phone's bouncing around. I'm just afraid something's going to happen because I'm a hypochondriac and I don't want to lose the phone that I just spent gobs of freaking money on, because every damn phone we have now is expensive as shit. So didn't really care for this one as much. I had the same type of setup with a magnetic bag that would sit right here on the tank. I know you guys have seen that in one of my videos where I was riding with that thing on. Now, although that worked well, same problem, had the heat, which really sucked. Not that Akron, this isn't a good case, but I don't think it's a good case, especially if you ride in the heat. Now, one really cool thing, and if you guys know who Fortnine is, Fortnite's awesome. He does reviews on stuff, and his reviews are absolutely the best. Mount right here, a car grip mount that he talked about how he will take this particular mount. If you look at it, what it really does, it'll stick like this. Now, as you can see, this thing is stuck on the bike, and he could move it around. He talked about using it for his camera and how he would mount it to the side and get side riding shots and side riding views on his camera. Now, I've never done that with this mount, but I can tell you that, yes, the capability is there. It's a really good mount. My wife actually uses this particular mount just like this without this piece in her car, and she loves it. Great mount, holds the phone well. I can't sit here and tell you that this would be a great application on a bike. Again, go to Fortnite's page, check out his review of this. He did not feel like he was going to have any issues with it being secure on the bike, with it clicking down, as you see, basically down here on the bottom, it locks in. I don't know that I would feel comfortable doing that. I really don't. The primary reason I say that is because I'm afraid that riding down a bumpy road doing something, I would lose it. He says he hasn't. Again, I trust him, because if you ever want to watch a motorcycle review video, if you ever want to see a really good review video, that's the guy to go to. This is the phone mount that I am currently using. This is a mount at callcar.com. I like this mount because it mounts, yes, just like a RAM mount. If you look over here, you'll see on the other side, I have a RAM mount with the claw on it for my cup holder. Here's the issue. Love RAM mount. Their claw is so simple and so easy to hook on, On the 2014 Valkyrie, you don't have a lot of space on the bars, especially if you have a windshield on. If you look right here, I don't have a ton of space. So, I took my wife's Dremel, because she uses it for every day, everything, and I made some space. I did not want the claw to touch against my clutch reservoir, right? For my hydraulic clutch. So I just shaved a little bit of the plastic off and made the room, because man, if you look back here, there's not a lot of room on these bars, but a lot of that's because I put a windshield on because I wanted to have something to keep the wind off my chest. The ram mounts are awesome. The ram foam mount was like 55 bucks for me to order it, have it brought into me, because I didn't have time to go pick one up before I went riding. So, like a cheap ass, jumped on Amazon. I got the car. Man, try saying that shit 10 times fast as well. As you can see, same thing. If you look right here, yeah, I took metal off. It's actually metal. I took that metal off using the Dremel again, and I shaved to make sure I'd have some room right there at my brake reservoir. There's just a little bit of space in there, enough that it's not touching. Now, I had to do that because, again, if you ride a Harley or another bike, you probably don't have to do that. I, so far, have enjoyed this thing. I think I've put somewhere around 600 miles with this particular mount on. And, man, it holds well. It does a good job. I like it. I do have one issue with it. I'm going to show you what that is. Here's my issue with the car call. I like it, okay? But when you go to put your phone in, and I know this is not a big deal, it just takes a little bit longer to get everything set up and adjusted. Now, yes, I can't believe I'm actually going to sit here and bitch about this. It's a good phone mount, yet here I am complaining because it takes me about an extra 20-30 seconds to do this and to hook it in, okay? As you can see, I'm fiddling with it. I may have spent an extra minute and getting it lined up. I like the versatility of it because, as you can see, I can turn it. I can do whatever I want to with it. Now, the ram mount with the X mount that actually squeezes and holds on the phone, you literally take it, squeeze it, put your phone in and let go. This is kind of a pain in the ass. However, the money I was going to spend on that, I was working, I couldn't get 2 Renegade Classics because they have it. I could have went and got it from them. I did, and I ordered this from Amazon for 25 bucks. I know I made a video where I said go to local shops. I didn't this time. Please forgive me, Renegades Classics. So, I bought this thing from Amazon for 25 bucks. It came to me the next day. I've done roughly 600 miles with it. I'm very impressed with it. That's the only bitch and gripe I have, is the fact that you have to do a little bit more work to get it in. But for the price, and the fact that it has almost the same claw mount that you see on your ram mount, but from these guys for cheaper. Now, ram mounts are universally, everyone knows they are the best. I have a tough time talking bad about them because they make a great product. This thing was so easy. I've used this on 3 different bikes, the same cup holder, and I use the mount that actually swivels and allows your drink to move back and forth. I used this. You could take this off, do a ball mount, and mount your phone there. The other thing I could do, you take bolts out and you can put a ram mount here. When I tried to do this same cup holder here, it came down too low, and no matter what it did, even different cup holders, it would hit on this particular bike. I had issues. So this was the best setup for me as far as this particular bike. It may not be for your bike. Ram mounts are awesome, but I'm gonna tell you right now, I would also give Car Call a shot at my business, because for 25 bucks, again, when I get 3, 4, 5, 6,000 miles this thing, I may come back and say, hey, I screwed the pooch, don't buy this thing. But right now I'm telling you, for 25 bucks, I would go to these guys. I would get this. I think this is well worth the $25. Again, nothing negative about Ram Mount. Ram Mount's awesome. But I think for the money, this is a great deal. Now, I know what you're going to say. Well, Smitty, I want to charge my phone. I want to. Right now, I haven't run into that issue. Man, Ciroc makes a great charger. There's plenty of people who make really awesome chargers. I think Kuryakin has one as well. They make a really good charger for this that you just run the cable through. For me, it'd be run the cable through here, come back around, over on this side, and the battery is underneath the side panel. You could do that, and you could wirelessly charge or have your cable where you could plug it in and charge. I mean, 6 in 1/2 dozen or the other. Myself personally, For what I'm doing right now, I'm happy with it. I carry a backup charging battery with me that I use for my GoPro, so that I can charge batteries while I'm sitting down. I've used it on my phone before. I'm sure when I take a long trip, I'm going to wind up going to something wireless, but hey, I'll burn that bridge when I get there. Again, I would spend 25 bucks on giving this thing a shot. If you have the time or you can find one quickly, man, don't ever diss the RAM mount. For 55, I think it was $55, the RAM mount was going to be sent to me. I just didn't have the time, but RAM mount is also the way to go. I just like to give you some cheaper options, because if you're like me and you're married with 4 kids, if you can save a penny here and there, I recommend you do it. Hey y'all, what's up? I just want to say thank you for watching the video. Thank you for taking the time. As always, hey, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave me a comment. We're about 20-30 minutes away from it pouring down rain again, so I thought today would be a good day to do a review video. It seems like one of my videos that people have enjoyed the most was when I did a review of my bike, so I thought, let's see how this goes. Maybe you like watching my fat ass do reviews. I don't know. It may come to the point where you said, look dude, we just like that because of the bike. You need to shut up. Probably not going to do that. I talk a lot, and you've seen the videos. But I do want to say thank you. Also, real quick, even though he didn't want me to, I want to say something real fast about Texan Picker. I owe that guy quite a bit. Texan Picker has helped me out on this channel more than you can imagine, with getting an intro and outro done, with throwing my name out there when he didn't have to. So, although I don't have that many viewers, the subscriptions, I will eventually, and I'm going to throw his name out there, but right now I just want to say thanks to that guy, because he's helped me out more than you can imagine. A good ass dude. I know the guy personally, and I will say this much. Go to his page, give him a sub, give him a like. The guy does amazing content and great work, and I greatly appreciate him. Now, as always, I want to tell you guys, hey, have a great day. Let's try not, you hear what I said? Let's try not to be assholes to each other, and I'll see y'all next time.